Hello, my name is Eddie Tofpik. I'm Head of Technical Analysis and Senior Markets Analyst at ADM Investor Services International Limited. And here is your daily technical analysis of Brent crude oil and spot gold.
ICE Brent crude oil futures. A higher but indecisive doji cross yesterday. The market had a long tail on it that stretched lower, once again below the 50% Fibonacci line of the April 2021 to March 22 move at 77.54 and the neckline, currently at 76.89, of the early November 2023 to late January 2024 reverse head and shoulders pattern. The neckline is highlighted in bright green on my daily chart. However, that was all the market managed as it closed well up over both. The tongue on the action chose not to rise and test the overhead combination of the broken mid-December 2023 based uptrend, currently at 79.05, which is highlighted in bright red on my daily chart, and the slowly declining short-medium moving average, currently at 78.77. This brings me back to the main feature, or main features here. Last week I discussed how there are two patterns possibly in operation here. There is a possible ascending triangle pattern, admittedly in the wrong place, but made up from the early December bright red uptrend below, and for the lack of anything else, the flatlining long moving average overhead, currently at 81.70 and highlighted in gold on my daily chart. Last week prices broke up and out of this ascending triangle, but they did not exploit the move, and now we have a break on the downside. All I can add is, once again, be aware of false breaks in either direction. The second pattern is not a good looking one, such that I have not really labeled it, but it is the possible early November 2023 to late January 2024 reverse head and shoulders pattern. The neckline, as I've previously mentioned, is highlighted in bright green on my daily chart. So far, the neckline has held up prices. I've also mentioned the 50% Fibonacci line, the April 21 to March 2022 move. Personally, I'm not sure this is much of a support, more perhaps a nuisance. Now, two final points. Last week I stated, when initially discussing the reverse head and shoulders pattern, and then later the ascending triangle pattern, I quote, "I am not a great fan of this pattern. Actually, I'm not a great fan of either pattern, but that is what I see right now." End of quote. My views on this haven't changed, and all I would add is, once again, just beware this week of false breaks lower, as you were aware of false breaks higher last week. Though the weekly key reversal down is still quite persuasive right now. And so far today, not much. The market is looking like an indecisive doji cross today, much smaller than yesterday's action. Spot gold. A second bearish black crow yesterday and a suitable follow-on lower to the previous session's immediate countering bearish harami and bearish double, if only just on the former. It was nevertheless the second consecutive close below the bright red neckline, currently at 20.44, of the steeply angled mid-October 2023 to mid-January 2024 potential head and shoulders pattern. As I already mentioned, this pattern is quite steeply angled, and I suppose you could even make a bull channel with the dark blue neckline currently at 21.10 of the early August to late November 2023 reverse head and shoulders pattern. Now, I'm not sure I would, well, not yet at least, but I can see the attraction of it. It was also the first close back below the slowly rising short-medium moving average, currently 20.30. Below, we now have the 38.2% Fibonacci line of the recent October-December 2023 move at 20.11, with the September 2020 high at 19.92 below that, and then also the rising medium moving average currently at 19.84 further below. So far today, well, not much. A test up and rejection of the overhead short-medium moving average, and looking like an indecisive doji cross right now.
Thank you for listening. This short version broadcast gives essential market patterns and consequences. Please be aware of the risk disclaimer posted both at the front and the back of this broadcast. Copyright is Eddie Tofpik and ADM Investor Services International Limited. And here comes the final important bit.